The mission of the church is to spread the gospel. So, um, you know, I didn't make this up, but I think you could summarize the mission of the church as make disciples, baptizing them, and in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Just spitballing some ideas here, and teaching them to do all that Christ commanded and to obey all that He commanded. So, I think that's a pretty good summary of the mission of the church. So, no other institution on earth is commissioned to do that work particularly. So, does that mean the church shouldn't be engaged in social justice? Yes and no. I think that because part of what doing all that Christ commanded us to do means loving our neighbor, it means doing good to the person in front of you, it means sort of receiving God's undeserved kindness and being a conduit of it to others. There will be opportunities and occasions where, yeah, we ought to be concerned about social justice. We ought to be concerned about caring for our neighbors and things like that. But it's always done with an eye towards that larger purpose of spreading the gospel. So, in some ways, it depends on context. So, what that looks like. So, for example, in Scotland, the poor there are fed well by the government. So, there's really not much of a need for the church to provide food for the poor. In my context, a lot of Latin American immigrants in our community lack food for sort of and daily necessities, and so part of our gospel proclamation and witness means that we help provide food to needy people as we're building a relationship with them and sharing the gospel with them. So, it's too easy to say it always looks like this or it can't look like that. But if a church is investing in social justice or sort of social issues without ever getting around to explaining the gospel to people, I think we're really failing that test of love that Jesus gives us. Because what I understand, what my neighbor needs most is not primarily food, but the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so it may be that in order to meet that larger need, love means helping and meeting those sort of more temporal needs as well, but never to the exclusion of our main calling, which is to spread the gospel.